I'm still getting used to this, so excuse me, folks, for the delay in the start. Greetings, everybody. Um, had to get some things figured out here with my brand and banners and all that. Not quite adept at this yet, but we're getting there. So evening. We're going to let people filter in. Let me get rid of the background. I think that's visually a little bit more online with my content here. I don't want to be telling people to fuck off. So we're trying to bring peace to the table with YouTube tonight by giving them a clear and concise caveat. And for those people that have been familiar with what's going on, particularly those that have channels on YouTube that are trying to do videos and they're getting some kind of strikes and everything for whatever reason. It becomes after multiple times that something is wrong with the process and that it's not due and just. And this is the fact that people making reports to YouTube for whatever reason, and YouTube just automatically restricting it for their own sake, trying to save their own ass in case something is wrong without actually investigating it. And this is proof positive by my actions alone through the last videos that I've done in regards to this situation, copyright strikes and content ID claims and spam, deceptive practices, or scams. Those are the only three different classifications that they get reports on. And I've done a few videos, and from the first video that I did as a review, I made a mention of several things in the video. I did in the title, in fact, put fair use review, : stop, funny money Chevy Chase. So that should have been caveat enough to a common man with reason and logic that says, oh, well, he's claiming fair use. Let's check it out and see if it's fair use first before we go restricting it. Just like private property, or like Paul says, moving property should be simple enough. But it's people that have all these, this slavery to the language, that have all these problems with discerning what is actual, an actual claim. And so we have this situation where people make false claims. They're held as though they're valid, which is a violation of content creation under the Treaty of Berne. Also exemplified through the Constitution of the UPU and the adoption of that Constitution through the United States in Article 1, Section 8, Clause 8, again denoting the protections of original artists or artists of original content. Now, when we get into it, one of the first things I want to talk about, get my screen share up here.
I need you when you get done.
It may be a while.
I realize.
Okay, this is Exhibit 99.12, Google Exhibit 99.1 Exhibit 99. Alphabet announces fourth quarter fiscal year 2022 results. Now, what I want you to pay attention is that this is Alphabet Inc., the exact name of the registrant, and the registrant is Sundar Pichai, CEO of Alphabet and Google. Okay. Now, why are we talking about Alphabet and Google when we're concerned with YouTube? Because YouTube is a subcorporation of Google. In order for them to post stuff on the internet, the cloud, they have to go through Google, because Google and Alphabet are the ones that own the cloud. Google was constructed in the cloud. It is the first cloud. It claims the cloud. Until you learn how to have your own service and produce your own cloud, Google is the cloud. Okay? Alphabet Inc. is the exact name of the registrant. Now, How do we switch views? Share this tab instead. And that should do it. I'm going to double check. And again, I'm going to take a moment to say good evening, everybody. Bad Barney, Jack Off Jack, Peniel Power, Jackie, Fire Drake, Witness, all of you, welcome. Please hit that StreamYard link and feel free to jump on the panel. I'll check that now and see if there's anybody in the backyard. And of course, it's always empty, but you're always welcome to come up and join me. So let's get back to the screen share. United States Securities and Exchange Commission. We are talking about security instruments, folks. That digital signature and the electronic.com commercial site. Now, StreamYard will notice that I gave them a private hybrid email, and that's who it's streamed through. Okay, so let's talk about the other end. Instead of Alphabet and Google, we're going to talk the other end of YouTube, the StreamYard, which it streams from into YouTube. Okay, I also stream to Facebook. Now, the problem is that Facebook, one of the biggest and most consistent regulators in this critique world of shutting people down, didn't have any problem with it. None whatsoever. None of them, in fact. None of them got struck by Facebook. So nobody on Facebook was reporting it. It was somebody on YouTube that doesn't like it. And it also points out again that Facebook didn't strike it, so why did YouTube? Did YouTube have a valid reason to strike it? No. No. And this is evidence by the proof positive on the record that all those videos have now been posted. However, the first one, the fair use review of Chevy Chase in Funny Money, they wanted to be stupid. And when I beat him through the appeal, instead of giving me the full review, they only wanted to give me a partial review. Oops. Again, Facebook didn't have a problem with it, so all I had to do was download it from Facebook. See how that works? So here we have this Form 10K, and it tells us annual report under the 1934 Securities Act. Alphabet Inc. Exact name of registrant as specified in its charter. So Alphabet Inc. is the parent corporation. And Google, Googl, and Goog is what their name of the stocks are. Okay? So they're not selling Google stocks. Google doesn't have stock. It's Google and Google. Okay? Next one. Access and technology for everyone. The internet is one of the world's most powerful equalizers. I assure you, people, if you don't think I know what I'm talking about, that's fine with me. But I'm telling you, creating your own site gives you that equal power. Again, the Calvo doctrine says one man has as much power as all of an entire nation. All he has to do is agree with one nation under God, indivisible. Oh my. It propels ideas, and that would be indivisible under God. That's a ambassador of God on the international level. I call myself a chaplain for a reason. Jeremiah 1:5. I was born for this, and so are you. I wish you would stand up and start speaking. It propels ideas, people, and businesses, large and small. Ideas, people come first, and then businesses, large and small. So it's not just commercial people. It is people and ideas, content creators and the ideas that they created from. That has the ultimate protection under the Treaty of Berne, period. Our mission to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful is as relevant today as it was when we were founded in 1998. These are some young motherfuckers in my eyes, excuse my language. Since then, we have evolved from a company that helps people find answers to a company that also helps people get things done. Yeah, like the complainers getting people shut down. See, what proponent are you using when you put that kind of shit out there, folks? What are you really stopping? You're not stopping the truth. The truth will always come out. And again, that's why I urge you to stand up and speak it. We are focused on building an even more helpful Google with the E on the end now. That E is very important, folks. The electron, the E-state, Google, for everyone. And what we aspire, really, I hate that they use that term. That's spiritual, folks. And there is nothing spiritual about this setup. None whatsoever. That is blasphemy in mine eyes. Again, excuse me for degrading anybody. To give everyone the tools they need to increase their knowledge, health, happiness, and success. Not saying anything about anybody else or their needs, including YouTube, StreamYard, Facebook, or any other site. Inherently, it all comes back to the people, and you need to comprehend that. You're in agreement with them. They're in agreement with you, with that one statement. Shove it down their throat. Every year, there are trillions of searches on Google, and 15% of the searches we see every day are new. We continue to invest deeply in AI and other technologies to ensure the most helpful search experience possible. YouTube provides people with entertainment, information, and opportunities to learn something new, and Google Assistant offers the best way to get things done seamlessly. So YouTube is merely a go-between, another sub-corporation of Google, and not actually its own corporate entity. So Google themselves, or YouTube themselves, has upper people that you speak with. See, YouTube doesn't have the SEC filing. They're under a coverage, an umbrella coverage of multiple organizations under Google and Alphabet Inc. Provides people with entertainment, information, opportunities to learn something new. So, by doing fair use reviews and having open, opinionated commentary, that's how we learn things that are new. Good evening, Jack. How are you tonight?
I'm good. It's the weekend.
Well,
Can you hear
every
me?
day is his day, put it that way. Because I don't like weak endings. I like
Yeah.
strong endings.
Well, I'm not working. I got a few days off to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm
All
just
right.
one
Well,
of those
let's
slaves.
get back to it. Yep.
Yes.
We're all slaves. And that's what most people refuse to comprehend. Okay. And Google Assistant offers the best way to get things done seamlessly across different devices and different sites. Again, like I said, Facebook didn't have any problem with it. And as soon as I find a way to start streaming to other platforms, I'm sure they're not going to have any problems with them either. Providing intelligent and not inept or negligent help throughout a person's day, no matter where they are. And this is very important, people, because YouTube is not providing that intelligent help. YouTube is trying to save their own ass and just automatically blanket policies restrict the stream if you get a report on it. We'll investigate it later. No, motherfuckers, you're going to start investigating this shit now for blatant notice. Fair use. Period. If a claim is made of fair use and somebody falsifies a report and you go doing the restriction without going back and investigating it first, you're in the wrong for taking false information. You're in the wrong for being deceived and then turning around and telling me I'm providing spam, deceptive practices, or scams. That is just profoundly illicit, negligent, and unintelligent on YouTube's behalf. You can and may be sanctioned. We are continually innovating and building new product features that will help our users, partners, customers, and communities. We have invested more than $100 billion in research and development over the last 5 years. I hope you do your research here, YouTube, because this is going to help you develop a better policy coordination so that you don't have people like me making valid claims against you. And who is that? Sundai Pandu Sunche, or whatever his name was? Sundar Pichai. Yeah, he's the CEO. That's the guy I'm going to talk to. And then you'll have to talk to him. Because I'm done with you, YouTube. Any appeals I make from now on will be going under your bond. Get it? I hope so. Because I'm sure Sundar Pichai will understand that. In addition, with the onset of the pandemic, we have focused in particular on features that help people in our daily lives and that support businesses working to serve their customers. We have focused in particular on features that help people in their daily lives. I don't call restricting a man's words and violating the First Amendment, known as the first article of the Bill of Rights. You know, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 8, and restricting a man from expressing himself while you yourself propound these journalists that put all this fake shit out. Someday. For example, we have added live business. Paul, what a wonderful term. Busyness. They even spelled it properly. Busyniss. Are you seeing this for yourselves, people? Do you see what's happening? Greetings, Jeffrey Allen. How are you tonight?
And over there in front of the cop's house, between his house and the beach, the river is half frozen on that side and open on this side.
Interesting, Jeffrey.
So the water was blowing down. Well, the water was blowing, the wind was blowing.
Well, we're going to go ahead and cut him. We'll address Jeffrey Allen later. My apologies, folks. Some people just don't pay attention. So we'll hope he catches on soon.
I don't know. I sat in the back for a little bit before you saw me. So probably the same thing with him.
Yeah, but we gotta remember to mute when we come on, folks, because you just don't know when I'm gonna catch you. I'm not monitoring both screens. I've got to go back and forth. So, but I appreciate you coming up. I really do. So hang out, and we're gonna take a break here in a minute and discuss this. Trends. That's why we look for trends in Google Maps that help users instantly spot when a neighborhood or part of town is near or at its busiest. We have also helped businesses navigate uncertainty during an uneven economic recovery. And we have worked to address the complex challenge of distributing critical information about COVID-19 vaccines to billions of people around the world. God, I'm glad they did that. All that fake news. You know what I'm saying? Importantly, we have made authoritative content a key focus area across both Google Search and YouTube to help users find trusted public health information. Importantly, I'm going to repeat this 3 times because I want you to get this. Importantly, we have made authoritative content a key focus area across both Google Search and YouTube to help users find trusted public health information. One more time, folks. Treaty of Berne, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 8. Content creators' literary and artistic works that they authorize. Importantly, we have made authoritative content a key focus area across both Google search and YouTube to help users find trusted public health information. Other bets. Remember, it's a promise. Pro meaning future. Mise meaning bet. It's a future bet. And I'm going to bet you YouTube is going to learn to listen to at least me real soon. Because they're going to start hearing from Sundar Pichai. See, I've already learned his name. Sundar Pichai. We're going to become really good friends. Guaranteed. This statement from Sundar Pichai as a registered agent. Oh, yeah, we're in agreement. YouTube's the one that's out of alignment. Also remain focused on innovation through technology that can positively affect people's lives. So if you're restricting their voice, is that a positive effect or a negative effect? For instance, Waymo is working toward our goal. Waymo. See, everybody wants way more. Funny how this shit says. Funny how this shit speaks. Toward our goal of making transportation safer and easier for everyone, and Verily is developing tools and platforms to improve health outcomes. Thanks, Verily Vera. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have that nice, healthy swing on the ceiling. Almost sounds like they're talking about her, doesn't it? So let's discuss this, guys. What do you think about all this authoritative content that they're violating, that they pose as being a positive effect? See, I'm not going to read any more of that. I think you guys get the point. Let me grab those links, though, so you can read them. And let me go down to the regular chat. Greetings, Wobbly Boost. Crazy Horse Lady. Okay, there's the link to Sundar Pichai's notice that he's the CEO. And there's the link to the SEC filing 10K. Now I'll see, and that's an older one. I haven't found the most recent one, but it's pretty much going to be the same. It's a copy paste type thing they do with very few minor changes over time. So they might keep the name like from Alphabet Inc. to Alphabet Incorporated or something like that. They'll change it around, or maybe do a sub-corporation change up from YouTube to YouTube, welcoming Jack Talcott to the scene, something like that.
So
what do you guys
going? So you're just going to the root. So you're going up the chain, and they've already admitted that your content is your content.
Yeah, and that's why I say, I make it an import emphasis on that authoritative content. We go to the authority that's above them and let them know, hey, these yahoos are down here. They're violating your authoritative content. I'm in agreement with your SEC 10K filing, and it says that it's supposed to have a positive effect, but they're violating it because they're restricting my authoritative content that I authorized because I'm the author of. I created it, and that's both a violation of the international treaty that you have to follow as YouTube on the international forum, as well as on the national forum under the United States as being incorporated under the laws of the United States, under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 8 of the Constitution, wherein those officials that allowed you to have that license in this nation validate you. So we're not talking to YouTube anymore. I make an appeal. It's going to be heard from above, and they're going to hear from. It's going to trickle down, and that way maybe they'll get a better comprehension of what it really is.
So you think maybe it's just not YouTube? Maybe it's the algorithm that's just like, hey, somebody makes a complaint, and really there's not a person in the background that says yay or no.
Right.
It's just
right. As soon as the complaint comes in, the algorithm picks it up and says, okay, restrict it and send a flag up. No,
Yes.
you're supposed to send the flag up first to have somebody come and check it out to see if it can be restricted.
It's in the code.
Otherwise, what you're doing, in fact, is violating international treaty and the Constitution and your license and incorporation. Like I said, you can and may be sanctioned. Does that make sense?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, no, it's I like the concept. I've always said, you know, you go to the origin, you go to the root, you know, etymology, all this. I'm not a word wizard like you, but I do some studies, and not as much as I used to, but yeah, I think you're on track. I mean, yeah, it's a subsidiary. It's a yeah. Just
Well,
go.
I think I'm right on track because every time, like I said, every one of these videos that I had to appeal, I appealed it, and it went. They granted the appeal. The one video that I had to go and appeal it 3 times because first they struck it for spam, deceptive practices, and scam, and then they struck it when I won the appeal. They left it on the restriction as a content ID claim, and then when I appealed that, they left it on there for copyright, and I appealed that. And they put it up, but they only put up the 16-minute version. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's
Back
what
to
we're looking at here. Fair use review. It's right in the title, folks.
the word you called out itself, to expire, you know, means to breathe, right? So
Yeah.
you're to create, which is yours to bring, and then yet they're restricting it. And so,
Right.
Yeah, I
And
think
so
you've got them in their own words.
Yeah, and to start out, this is the first video review I did. And like I said in this video, once they restricted it, I discussed the content and how it works. And from this point on, I've given them even better notice. But I even mentioned that this may not have been enough notice. But it should have been. Fair use review should be enough notice that, hey, if somebody makes a claim, you better check and make sure that it's not violating fair use review first. Okay? Because I didn't put anything down in here.
So that needs to be put into the algorithm. You know, someone's going to stand up to it, right?
Right. It has to withstand it. There has to be a due process of a red flag first for somebody to notice, to investigate it first, to see if there's a valid claim, and if not, then they can't restrict it.
Yeah, change of process, right?
Right.
And so, you know, computers can't think; they're only told what to do, and then you know they have variables and things of that nature where they're programmed, and then you can do it if and else this or that. But if this not in the code, or if they're violating United States code, then obviously they don't have the correct programming in that algorithm.
Yeah, and this one here
has to be corrected.
Now, this next video wasn't a review or anything. It was just a video on the unjustifiable intrusion in regards to that first video review that was restricted. And what I did was I made a note down here, and I hope you guys all go check it out because it's very important. I'm going to read the first couple sentences to help you out. The protection guaranteed by the amendments, as I mentioned, the First Amendment, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 8, is much broader in scope. Why? Because, like I said, that Constitution was merely an underwriting of the Constitution that they adopted from the International Forum. The makers of our Constitution undertook to secure conditions favorable to the pursuit of happiness, to affect positiveness in our lives. So when it's a negative effect, then they violated it somewhere automatically. Or you violated something, and that's why there's a negative effect. One way or another. Otherwise, everything should be in unison and it should post. Remember that. It should post. It's an accounting. They recognized the significance of man's spiritual nature, of his feelings, and of his intellect. Period. Realize this stuff. And then I hope to be diligent on this part as well. The PayPal link is for sharing a representative of value and not purchasing or selling commercial items or goods for export or import. For donations only. And I don't know why it does this, but sometimes I can't just copy paste that link. I have to go to the link and then I can post it in the chat. So again, PayPal is for donations only. There's
It
a
gets
link in the chat if anybody wants to share a representative of love. I greatly appreciate it. Always welcome. 10, 15, 20 bucks, whatever. Everything helps, and it's all for free education. Go ahead, brother.
No, it gets truncated. The link.
Yes, truncated. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's something else I'll speak on sometime in regards to these links. When you catch a link from another site, it truncates and adds on to the actual link, and it makes it go through a proxy. But you can cut that out and still get a pure link. Okay, so I'll do a quick video on that sometime. Thanks for reminding me. So let's go to the next one. That was unjustifiable intrusions, and that was my research response to help, or educational response to help others comprehend that every intrusion against your Fourth Amendment, which is a protection of your persons, that's under the literary and artistic works as original content. You're the creator of your person. Even when you put it into the public record, as you've been doing all these years through licenses and stuff, you're the one that's creating that demon. If you want to create an angel, do so. But again, I urge you to create your own site in order to do that. Using a public forum otherwise creates demons for profit. So let's go to the next one. The next one was video restrictions and copyright strikes on YouTube. And this was a blatant notice that hopefully YouTube would pay attention to. But if not, that's okay. But that's another video. It was 16 minutes and 56 seconds. And I went through and discussed various things. And we're going to listen to the beginning of it. And on Facebook, the link is posted. I'm going to get on today to speak about the YouTube platform and their strikes against your videos when they remove your videos and stuff for various different reasons. And what happened is, of course, just like anybody else out here in the community that's trying to help the algorithms in regards to true information and stuff, we put out videos for educational purposes, from my standpoint anyway. And people get their panties in a bunch over something and report you to YouTube for anything. And YouTube automatically will go in, and just because it's easier, at least that's what it seems like to me, they will just strike a movie or a video while it's live, just because somebody reports it. So what they're doing is they're trying to cover their ass, and what that means is you have to turn around and effectively quash that strike against your channel if they start doing that stuff. And so here about 3 weeks ago, I tried to do my first review of a video or of a movie, and they struck me down within minutes of broadcasting and claimed it as a strike against my channel. And so I got on and I cut the video. We were live streaming just like we are now. Now this video, this is the one that I went ahead and cut it off and quit doing the review. And then I appealed it immediately after I got done with the 16 minutes. I went straight to the YouTube appeal process, and it was posted within an hour. But again, at the end here, I discussed the fact that from now on, I wouldn't cut the stream, because I know the content, if it's valid, then it will eventually get posted. So I committed to going ahead and doing a full review, whether it got restricted or not. So I was thinking and posing the position ahead of time, and lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. The next time I went to do a review, again, on Funny Money, Chevy Chase, they restricted it, but I went ahead and did the review anyway. So I got I'll qualify it as a full review, but I'd like to do it again and hopefully get a full panel up there, because it's an important movie. I think people need to pay attention to, and with a better viewership and better participation group, a larger participation group, we can get more opinions and ideas and concepts and other points of view. And I think that's best. So then we go to the next one. And this was a review of a motivational video that I did. It was 47 and a half minutes long, and they didn't have any problem with that. And that, again, I believe that's probably because that motivational channel wasn't monetized. I don't know. It may be. I'm not sure. I can't tell how to tell if a channel is monetized without some kind of notice, you know. So that's why I put on my thing at the bottom now, when I do these reviews, for fair use, free education, review only, not monetized. PayPal is for donations only. So you can see as the process went along, and this, let me quit screen sharing again. And we're going to go back to us on panel. Because the thing is that it's a learning process, and I've proven my end of the learning process. I've proven the last time we did the fair use review on Funny Money, it had the scroll across the bottom. It was fair use in the title. That was noted as fair use in the details down in the bottom when you click on more. And I made a verbal caveat that it was under fair use, and they still cut the stream. So 4 times, 4 different places, and somewhere along the line, someone was negligent, inept, or not intelligent, or blatantly just disregarding the law. I don't care what you choose to pick, YouTube. I'm going to leave it up to Sundar Pichai. Know what I mean?
So you don't think?
See here. So what do you got, guys?
You don't think that it's just an algorithm, a computerized whatever, looking at the complaints?
Well, yeah, it may well be that, but you can't just go around setting an algorithm to automatically violate people's rights. See, that's a computer programming, and like I said, that's a security certificate. Each keystroke is a security certificate. Every second on the timestamp or every microsecond is a security certificate. And if they're altering that, they're altering my content. Okay? That's unlawful. Period. I don't care why they're doing it or how they're doing it. It's unlawful. What do you got, Jeffrey?
Good to see you, brother.
You too. Glad you came up.
Yep. Quick question. Did you ever do the review on Frank versus God?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I seen the one. Did you do just the one or 2 of them?
Just the one.
Okay, so it was the 2 of them you did with the Funny Money, because the
Right.
one got cut short. Okay, got it.
Right. Yeah, let me see here. Where did that one go?
I didn't get to watch the movie yet, Frank versus God, but I just seen the whole movie with you on the review, so I want to go back and catch it again.
Did they take it down?
I don't think so. Hello,
Oh, there
Captain
it is.
Jack.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Yeah, it's under the lives. I just didn't see it first.
Are you on
Hello,
a boat?
Jeffrey. I am.
I can tell by the windows. And I'm on the water.
Yeah.
Yep, I'd love to be either. I'm stuck in this damn cornfield in Iowa, right in the middle of shit.
Spraying shit on the fields.
Well,
Yep.
you know, I work in a major city, or I say major, a large city, and so I don't prefer to live in a city. So I'm kind of out skirts of the city where there's rivers and water and trees and, privacy, no HOAs and stuff like that, less government, just
Beautiful.
can shoot
Yeah.
guns, piss in the front yard, that type of thing.
Now I'm going to try something here I haven't tried before. I'm going to see what this does.
Wizard, do you know your word wizard is backwards
And upside down.
and upside down?
Yes, I do.
Just wanted to make sure you knew. I figured you did, but
Yeah.
because love to God is the right way.
Yep.
I kind of had a
Go
hunch
ahead.
that what's down and what's down is up.
Yep. Everything is upside down and backwards, folks. That's the message. Okay. Now, if you look at your screen, this is the detail section of the live stream I'm doing right now. And I'm going to read it to you because I think it's very important that hopefully YouTube will hear it as well. Those with eyes to see and ears to hear, I'm going to repeat it for you. Because YouTube has consistently restricted our videos for free education and opinionated commentary, we are forced to give a caveat to future actions for blatant disregard to due process of law versus their policy. The law clearly states that investigations upon accusations must first be had before restrictions can be had. By restricting content of reviews as if they violate copyright laws or are reported as spam, deceptive practices, or scam, without first doing a diligent investigation, leaves YouTube open to international claims through the Federal Communications Commission, the Federal Trade Commission, and the Postal Regulatory Commission, and can have their government contract sanctioned for such illicit actions without proper cause or due process. By blatantly violating the rights of content creators, YouTube is in fact violating the Treaty of Berne, which affords such people full protection of such laws. The Treaty of Berne is specifically written to protect the author of literary and artistic works. Why? Because the content of all nations are derived from their nationals who create everything they get. Period.
If it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be there.
Yep. This is your notice to quit. Vamos! Get out of my affairs. Reverently, Chaplain-Keith. Be sure to leave a comment and let me know what you think, guys. This is important. The more people that leave comments on this section, on this video, YouTube will pay attention. Please share, share, share. I don't care what kind of platform you're doing. I don't care if you're doing hunting and fishing platforms, wilderness survival, or anything. Whatever. I don't care if it's music videos, whatever. Share it. If your content is being violated, let them know. You're done with it. It's not going to happen anymore. Put them in their place. Know who to speak to. Sundar Pichai. The PayPal link is for sharing a representative of value. Representative of value is specific to our 18 U.S. Code, Section 8, stamps and other representatives of value. It is an obligation or other security of the United States. YouTube, your daddy is the United States. Get it? You can thank Paul for that one too if you want. Then the PayPal link, of course, it's not for, we don't buy or sell any goods or anything, services, nothing. We're not importing and exporting. We grant free education and we accept all gifts in exchange. And then, of course, my other links, our other links. I hope many more will join us as time goes by in this movement to make people or help people comprehend how to coin their words or purse their lips. By going around, if you've got a YouTube channel and you're going around trying to get other people doxxed, you're only allowing the system to keep that system working. Okay, the more people that sit here and complain or go to the right people in private communications, I should say, and let them know what's up through that knowledge, you know, they're in agreement to help people gain knowledge Remember, we read that, right? We are focused on building an even more helpful Google for everyone, and we aspire. That's the one where they, give me knowledge. You can't give me knowledge, Google. I have to search through Google to get the knowledge. Comprehend me now? Google was created in the cloud. We go through the clouds, see heavens above, right? To give everyone the tools they need to increase their knowledge, health, happiness, and success. Remember, I told you that's a very important comment. Pay attention. Share it. We're in agreement. We're in agreement, folks. So anyway, I'm done. I appreciate you gentlemen joining. I hope we get more people up on the panel in the future to do these things. Because, again, I do believe I'm doing what's right. And you gentlemen that join me, I think you're supportive of that. And I hope the support keeps growing. Just like
We need
Paul.
more people.
Yes, just like Paul, I hope people can use me as a springboard. We get this panel filled up. That means there's a room for creation of another panel so we can fill that one up.
Who are you referring to as Paul? I'm not sure if I know.
Paul Unslaved.
Okay, got it. Yep.
Most people are familiar with Paul Unslaved. Let me help you out. Paul Unslaved is one channel. It is he's not using it at the moment. He's trying to prevent that second strike because he was under that one strike and everything. And this is what we're dealing with. So now he's on Tim. Proper instruction motivates people, and they're still trying to get him doxxed. But we're not going to stop. Just like Delete Law says, Chili, we're not going to stop. We
Are
don't
you talking about?
God doesn't take a day off. He does not take times. He does not take breaks.
Are you talking about Paul's last strike where they actually reversed it on for him?
Yeah, but he's still not using the channel because if he gets a second strike, they boom.
Got it.
So trying to maintain that honor, that's that equity. Be a step ahead of them, like I was showing you here. Next time we do a stream and they dox it, we're just going to keep on with the stream because I know it's viable and appealing it will show it. And then I can just shove it down their throat by posting the whole thing from Facebook, even if they only want to give me 16 minutes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I have those second witness. Second witness always good. That's why I love about StreamYard. I can stream to multiple platforms, and I'm inviting other platforms. I'm checking them out. I need an RTMT stamp and stuff. A couple little things I can get, and we can stream to multiple platforms around the world, even the little private sites like mine. That's the whole purpose of this. Tired of being doxxed. I'm tired of being shut up. I have something to say. I think it's important. I think it's very truthful. And I'm tired of people just dismissing me as if though I know nothing. It's not what I know. It's what I'm saying. And it's not from me. It's from him. It should be in everybody's heart already. But people fail to even see that. Well, I can't just quit my $175,000 job. The fuck you can't.
You always have a choice.
You just don't want to. Lazy motherfuckers built your lives on convenience. It's not convenient anymore. It's taxing the shit out of everybody. And those people that are crying about being taxed are being murdered in the street and shoved down sewers like trash. It's happening the same here in this platform, just a different view of it. Oh my, it's only imaginary. No, it's not. It's violating people's ability to express themselves. We have such a great advantage with these modern electronic devices to be able to the shot heard around the world. How fast was that shot heard around the world if it had to travel by boat from this country over to Europe? It took a few months. Today it takes nanoseconds. People killing themselves right on video. People getting killed right on video. It's heard around the world, but it's not near as important, is it? Why is that?
It's not in people's heart.
People have been numb to it because it's happened so much now, and they get to see it instantaneously in time. Well, that's not so bad. I see something worse. I seen a guy get shot 98 times. That fool only got shot 57. What? The fuck is your problem? It's not a matter of what's worse or not. It's a matter of what's right or wrong. Shouldn't have happened. Period. So anyway, I'm out. God bless everybody. Like I tell you, I love you. I don't care if you love me back or not. It's not my job. My job is to love you and do the best I can to educate everybody to the truth that I know. And I do believe that's what I'm pushing. If anybody has a problem with that, please let me know, and I'd be glad to have a Socratic debate about it. That's why I welcome everybody up on the panel. Meantime, God bless. Any last words?
God bless. Nice to meet you, Captain.
Nice to
All
meet
right.
you, Everett.
Appreciate
Right.
everybody. Thanks everybody in chat. Again, the tribe, La India Maria, Hard Hat IC. Welcome. Glad to see everybody showed up and had a good time. Please show up more and share more. Hit that like, subscribe, and share button. And certainly hit that PayPal button and share some love if you can. Somebody stole my bike while I was down with cancer, and I've got to buy a new one, get another motor or engine for it and stuff like that. So anything is helpful.
Quick question for you. Can I send that on your faith-based union page? There's an address and a CO. Can I send a money order to that? Post a money order?
You may certainly do so.
Okay. I'm not hooked into the PayPal and all that stuff. I'm not even on Farcebook.
All right. That's fine. That's agreeable.
Okay.
Definitive paper always works.
Colored.
Yep.
Colored paper. Started out with them stamps.
Yep. All right. God bless everybody. Have a good night. Thanks
God
again for
bless.
joining.